The Morning Sports Desk, available on demand on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts, and WadenaRadio.com.
Corey, a little bit of grid posting on Immaculate Grid on this edition of the Morning Sports Desk. I'm CJ, there's Corey. We're once again playing a game of Immaculate Grid, which you can just Google Immaculate Grid, takes you right there. It's powered by Baseball Reference. It's really, really cool. We've played this before, and there's also men's basketball versions, women's basketball versions, football, hockey, soccer. We like playing baseball on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go with today's Immaculate Grid. And Corey, for the folks at home, just run down what Immaculate Grid is.
Immaculate Grid is like a tic-tac-toe board where there's a category on each row and each column, and you need to find a player who matches both categories of that row and column where they intersect. So today's Immaculate Grid across the top has the San Francisco Giants, 200 plus wins for a career pitching, and played second base for a minimum of one game. From top to bottom, it is New York Mets, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim of California, and the Oakland Athletics of California. And so, yeah, we're just trying to match up Mets and a Giant, a Mets and a 200 win, a Mets player and a second baseman, so on and so forth. We have 9 guesses to get 9 answers.
Is that the Las Vegas A's or the Sacramento A's?
It's a great question. It is the A's of the West.
Yeah. Yes. By the way, should also be noted that technically, if you have a Philadelphia A or a Kansas City A that you want to put in the Immaculate Grid, you can. So
that's a great point. Yeah, it is a franchise long list of players you can choose from.
All right, here we go. San Francisco and New York. We don't have to put this answer. I just am thinking of it. Did Willie Mays play for the Mets like their first season or like in that early part, didn't he?
Holy smokes, man. No, I don't. I mean, I can't imagine that he did because, like, I remember we talked about this the other day. The Mets picked blue and orange as their colors to commemorate the Dodgers and the Giants.
Right. Well, because
unless he did at the end of his career, but I think
like at the end of his career, because the Mets were founded in 1961, so he still, I think, was playing by then. I think it was kind of like a ceremonial, like bring him on to kind of jumpstart the franchise kind of a deal.
I mean, it could be at 47 years old or something like that. I don't know the answer to that. If you feel confident in that answer,
I do not. So we'll think of a different one.
Okay. Do we have a different one? Do you have another one in mind?
A Met who is also a Giant. I'm trying to think in like recent history.
Did Pablo Sandoval play for the Mets?
No, he played for the Red Sox like 5 different times.
Did Carlos Beltran play for San Francisco?
It's a good question. I don't think he did, though.
He bounced around. I don't think he did either. Second base, there's got to be an infielder somewhere, right?
There's got to be somebody somewhere.
Pitcher.
Pitcher.
One of those long-haired pitchers for the Mets. Did he go play with the Giants at any point?
Syndergaard, I don't think did. Lincecum, I don't think went to the Mets. Oh, these are two friends. Like this is how you know that we're American League fans, because anytime it switches to a National League team, we're just out of it.
Yeah, this is tough. But probably not actually tough. How about Joe Nathan? Did Joe Nathan pitch for the Mets at any point in his career?
Not for the Mets, no, because he pitched for Texas, then he pitched for the Tigers, then he pitched for the Cubs. Can I admit to you that I cheated in this?
In this particular one?
In that particular square?
I mean, I think you already have. I think you have admitted.
I'm going to put this answer in.
Oh, I see. He did, huh, at the end?
Yeah, he did. If you look at Willie Mays' career, he played 23 seasons, and in 1972 and 73, he played for the Mets. So he was traded from the Giants to the Mets in 72 and then finished out his final season with the Mets, where he made an all-star team, by the way. In his final season.
He has more all-star appearances than seasons played, which is cool.
Yeah, right, because they did the all-star game. They would do the all-star game twice.
Yep.
Yeah. He also missed the entire 1953 season because he served in Korea.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Willie Mays is cool. I don't think we needed to bang that drum too much, but it always bears. How about a San Francisco Giant who was an Oakland A? There's a couple names that fit in here.
Are there?
Like Barry Zito.
Barry Zito pitched for the Angels?
No, the Giants. Giants and the A's.
Oh, Giants and A's. Sorry, I thought you were going in order.
No. I was going down because I knew that one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could do Zito. You could do Hudson.
Yeah, Tim Hudson. Which one has 200 plus wins as a pitcher, though? Both of them?
I would say the better guess for 200 plus wins would be Hudson, because I feel like Zito flamed out.
Right. But Zito
red hot, but there's a chance he flamed out before the 200 wins.
Yeah. Okay.
So he might have. So I would say but you could also, for the A's, you could do Mulder probably also. I mean, there's a lot of guys.
Right.
Those are just the three names of my growing up times.
So for the Giant A, we're going to go Zito.
For the 200 wins, honestly.
I thought about that one too. But again, like this game does, the rarer the pick, the better the score.
Right.
Willie Mays being at 27% already got me. That's going to definitely impact our rarity score. It's going to be really, really low. I
think I would do Zito here and Tim Hudson for the 200 plus.
Zito as the Giant, and A is 41%.
Yeah, or we're not going to get a good rarity score, but we
want the Immaculate. That's what we want.
Right.
So Tim Hudson gets in the 200 career wins. Is that where we're going?
I mean, and do you have somebody else in mind? Because you could probably go with like Raleigh Fingers or something. Didn't he pitch for the A's?
Yeah, he did.
Some other, and this is pitched for the A's.
Did Jim Cott pitch for the A's?
And at some point in their career, correct?
Yes.
So, I mean, is 200 wins a lot, or just like the mark of a nice career?
Depends on what era, I guess. Because 200 wins, I mean, if you got 20 wins a season and you pitch for 10 years, I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like it's meant to be a good kind of feather in your cap.
If you if you have somebody, if you want to stew on that you have in mind, I guess I would probably go Tim Hudson would be my best guess there. I'm going to look up Barry Zito's wins.
Okay. I'm going to put Tim Hudson in here. He pitched from 99 to 2015. 18% of people had Tim Hudson in the 200 plus wins as an A.
Oh, I'm a genius.
Because did Barry Zito not have 200 wins?
Barry Zito at 165.
Oh, we saved ourselves.
I was right. He was their best pitcher, the A's best pitcher, and then just flamed out in a quick hurry.
Right.
Man, am I good.
Played second base, Oakland, 1 game. Just played a game at second base. Jed Lowry comes to mind.
Awesome guy.
He was the only guy that wore the dual flap helmets. Him and Orlando Hudson.
That's right.
That's how you knew a guy couldn't hit, but they could run. I don't know why that meant anything, but if I saw a Major League Baseball player put on the dual flap helmet, I was like, oh, this guy is going to slap into the dirt and put his head down and barrel on the line.
Otis Nixon was the guy growing up who had the double barreled helmet. I can't think of anybody. I'm trying to think of those of that like era Oakland teams that, always had good battles with the Twins.
I mean, Marcus Semien is a recent one. He signed with the Rangers. He plays second base for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's an option.
I mean, if again, we're just looking for right answers here, so I'm totally fine with all of those.
All right, let's just go Marcus Semien. He did not play second base for Oakland.
You suck.
Oh, I ruined the Immaculate today. All right, let me go on my first guess and go Jed Lowry. 7% of people.
Sure. Oh, gosh dang it. I should have remembered this name because it's an awesome name. The 2004 Oakland A's team. Marco Scutaro. Stupid.
One of the best baseball names.
Should have remembered that.
Him and I think Oakland / Kansas City / Tampa star David DeJesus. Mainly just because as a kid I was like, why is this guy named David DeJesus?
Right, I know.
I understand Spanish.
We should have been more patient with that one.
We should.
That was a mistake.
Oh well. A New York Met who's played one game at second base. You got anybody? Luis Castillo.
Did he play for the Mets?
Yeah.
Then yes.
Twins legend Luis Castillo.
Loved Luis Castillo. If he played for the Mets, then he's the
answer.
answer.
Oh, it's the wrong Luis Castillo. Why did they pull that one up first?
Oh.
Dumb. Because he's right there. I hate when they do that.
Oh, gosh dang it. All right, so now we're gonna have to Seaver for the Mets.
Yeah, Seaver is just
is the answer. Like
that's the gold standard.
Probably Doc.
Yeah. Did Johan ever get to 200 wins? I don't think he did.
Oh, that's a great question. Let's see. Johan. What do you guess? What's the number you got?
He finished with 170 career wins.
I was going to say 189. He's never going to make the Hall of Fame. 139 wins.
189? Yeah.
139.
Oh, 139.
189 was my guess.
Yeah, well, because the thing about him is, I mean, he started his career in the bullpen, didn't he, for like a season?
Yeah, because the Twins don't like to pull the trigger.
Yeah. No, we got to have Tony Batista in here. We don't know if Jason Bartlett's ready yet. All right.
He's never going to make the Hall of Fame, even though he was the most dominant pitcher in baseball for...
You know what would have had him in the Hall of Fame if he would have won back-to-back Cy Youngs, but instead they decided to give it to a PED user because he had more pitcher wins.
He had more wins.
Which
congratulations to Fatty Colon.
Yeah, thanks. This is why everybody remembers the big sexy run for Bartolo in 2017 with the Twins, and I'm like, that's cool. He was fun. I enjoyed it, but I'm not going to look back on that guy fondly. That guy screwed Johan Santana out of being a back-to-back Cy Young winner. And if he wins that, he's a Hall of Famer. If you win 3 Cy Youngs in a row, you're a Hall of Famer.
I won't hold it against him because all Bartolo Colon could do was pitch for a good team. It's everybody who voted for that stuff who blew it.
Right.
And by the way, that was the kickoff to everything the way we understand pitching today.
Right. It made everybody go, why are we pitcher wins? It's not that they're unimportant, but
because every New York Mets pitcher from that point forward, Syndergaard, oh God, I just hit. Say it again.
DeGrom.
Matt Harvey was the other one. They all were 1.33 ERAs, but had finished the season with 6 victories. They all won because Johan had to be the martyr for that cause.
Dumb. All right. Who's an A that has 200 plus wins or an A that's played second base? I mean, Eduardo Escobar probably fits that bill. Howie Kendrick would be the name I would put in there.
Howie Kendrick would be that's the most fun name. That's the most fun name to
World Series champion Howie Kendrick, by the way.
Yeah, he was a nice player.
First baseman for the Washington Nationals in their World Series run.
Sure.
He had a big hit for them. Think he was facing I can't remember I think it was Ryan Presley. It was some other big name pitcher for the Astros in that World Series, and he just grinded out a tough at bat.
Yeah.
Was able to get a double.
He was a good player for a long time.
He was a good player, and he had nothing left in the tank in 2019, but he used every little bit of baseball he had left.
Yeah.
To be on that team. Howie Kendrick, boom. All right, I'll take the L on that one, Corey. Do we want to do one more just to try and redeem ourselves, or do we just quit where we're behind?
Can we fill in the blanks on these other two?
We cannot.
No, I mean, like, can we?
Can we ourselves? Yeah, sure. Who's a LA Angel that had 200 plus career wins?
I don't know. Do you have any idea? John Lackey?
John Lackey might be one. I'm trying to think of people who have just kind of came through the LA Angels organization. CJ Wilson? I mean, probably not him.
How about Jeff, or was it Jeff Weaver and Jared Weaver?
Jared Weaver, I believe.
Jared Weaver's the younger brother, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to look up John. I think John Lackey's probably the best answer. You look up the Weaver boys.
It's not Jared Weaver. Jared Weaver had 150.
No, it's not John Lackey. John Lackey only had 188.
If you look at
this, we're idiots. It's Bert Blyleven.
Yeah. Yeah. Nolan Ryan.
It's Nolan Ryan. We're dumb.
Wait, Nolan Ryan pitched for the Angels, right?
Definitely.
I mean, I'm assuming Nolan Ryan pitched for like half of baseball, but yes, he pitched for the Angels.
2 Texas teams and the Angels, I believe, was his.
And he started with the Mets.
Oh, sure, that's right.
66 to 71. But I mean, he really became Nolan Ryan with the Angels.
And okay, so that was embarrassing. Do we know anybody who played for both of those teams?
For the Angels and the Giants. I mean, there's got to be somebody recent who I'm not thinking of, because the thing is, if you're really good at random relievers, you probably can just do it, because relievers bounce around from team to team. Did Lincecum? I think Tim Lincecum ended up going to the Angels at some point as like a rectification project. Tim Lincecum, yes, in 2016 he pitched for the Angels.
Unbelievable. Here was going to be my guess. I was going to, and I would have been wrong. I was wondering about Will Clark.
Will Clark?
Huh? How about Jeff Kent? Did Jeff Kent?
Jeff Kent,
by the way, would have been a Met Giant answer.
Yep. He played for the Mets and the Giants. He also played for Houston, the Dodgers.
And Dodgers came.
Toronto. Bounced around a little bit, Jeff Kent.
But Tim Lincecum is our answer there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always go back to Orlando Hudson. He played for Toronto, Arizona, the Dodgers, the Twins, the Padres, and the White Sox. So if we're looking for another if we ever get Padres White Sox again, do not go Jake Peavy, go Orlando Hudson. Mental note for next time.
Just go Orlando Hudson for almost everything.
And you're gonna figure it out. Get Bartolo Colon.
7, yeah, Bartolo would be another good one. Just a guy who hung on for way too long.
And just was willing to bounce around and bounce around and bounce around. All right. Well, wasn't a perfect grid today, but you know what? We tried.
Just immaculate, not immaculate.
Yeah.
Just a regular old immaculate grid.
Don't you love the Mac grids? Mac and grids is what we do here.
That's right.
This has been the Morning Sports Desk as we do another immaculate grid. And you know what? We'll probably do one again real soon.
The Morning Sports Desk, available on demand on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts, and WadenaRadio.com.